Hey, this is the national treasure, Nick Aldis, and you're listening to the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast.
Welcome back to another edition of the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. We're your hosts. He's the Stallion. I am the Enforcer. We are back with our second shot, a double shot this week, if you will, of, can I say the all night
shots?
Dude, you know what we should do? Speaking of shots, we could play a drinking game. Every time my right headphone falls out, we should take a shot. And when I say take a shot, I mean punch each other in the face.
Can you also do it for anytime you're watching NXT, anytime Beth Phoenix says, ooh, and then you have to take a shot? Can you do that too?
I'd be blasted anytime MSK is in the ring, that's for sure. She fucking loves those guys. Oh, yeah. So we're talking about the Elimination Chamber this week. The Elimination Chamber. What?
Yeah, man. You're right. Yeah, Elimination Chamber.
Pretty stoked about that. I feel like Royal Rumble was last week. But, here. Welcome back. Did I say All Night Long Wrestling Podcast yet?
You did now, so we're good, man. That's where we are.
Welcome to another edition of the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast. We are your host. Yeah, he's a Stallion. I'm the Enforcer. Okay, no, we're back. We're back, man. We're talking the Elimination Chamber, and there's a match. I think one match announced so far. I'm looking forward.
1.5 matches.
One and a half match. Actually, there's a half a match announced. Let's get right to it. Listen, it's the second episode of the week. If you're listening to both, you don't want to hear me fucking talk anymore. I don't blame you. You don't want to look at me. You don't want to hear me talk. You want to see more of Hunter, Chance, and Buster. Unless you got an email from us that had a picture of Chance in it and you sold it, then you fucking suck. Right, Joe?
I mean, listen, if a human being receives an email and there's a picture of Chance in it, or if perhaps Chance typed up the email himself, and you don't respond to that, I have a significant moral issue with that person. If you can even call them a human being, I would have a significant issue with them.
They're lower than pond scum.
That's right.
They are a duck's anus, is what they are. What kind of person? He's just happy to be here, right? You said that once. Chance P, just happy to be here, right? And God,
he's just trying to bring joy into people's lives, and people don't want to accept that. That's their own problem. They can go live in,
just misery. Imagine how miserable we would be if Chance was not in our life.
I don't know what I'd do, frankly.
We would be.
Where I'd be today.
Mo Sislak. Yeah, you'd be Mo Sislak, just hanging from the rafters, man.
Yeah.
I think, it'd be good. And when you do the video, we could put a Chance picture up at that point when we're talking. Just throwing that out there.
100%. Yeah. No, if I didn't have Chance in my life, I literally would be curled up in an oven at this point. So there is no doubt about it. But speaking of being wanting to curl up into a heated oven, Elimination Chamber this Sunday coming to you live from
fucking segue.
The Thunderdome, I guess. Again, thanks COVID. And on Wikipedia, there are 5 matches that are here. One of them is Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against the winner of the Smackdown Elimination Chamber match that will be happening on this show. So we can predict that match and the title match. We also have the Raw Elimination Chamber on the men's side, which is Drew McIntyre defending his title. We have a United States Championship triple threat match that very made famous by Extreme Championship Wrestling. So I'm sure that this triple threat match will be able to live up to the standards set by former triple threats in ECW back in the day.
Triple threats or three-way dances?
Why every time that okay, you know what? That's fine.
Well, no, hold on. I'm actually legit asking this. So this is a triple threat match. This is not an elimination style. It's a triple threat match. One pin to win it all, kind of.
Yes, it's first fall wins it. Okay.
First fall, one fall. Sorry.
I guess that what I was trying to, in reality, sarcasm aside, I was just trying to point out that I don't think WWE had a lot of triple threat matches before, or three-way dances or whatever you would call them, whether they were elimination or not. They didn't have a lot of those before ECW kind of popularized them. Is that fair to say?
Zero. Yeah, they broke the mold, and then WWE bought the mold and bastardized it, made Vince McMahon the fucking champ.
Copyrighted it, and all that kind of stuff. Didn't give it health insurance. Okay, yep, gotcha.
Took away their Twitch.
Speaking of health
For-
insurance, we may or may not be having a Raw Women's title match on this show as Asuka is scheduled to defend against a now impregnated Lacey Evans. So,
Now impregnated. What a segue. You're on fire right now. I love
am I
this.
wrong?
No,
I'm just stating the facts, my friend. That is what I've learned to do over the years. Oh, my phone.
down the middle, daddy. Like Fonzie.
This is brutal. So, I don't know where to start, man. You know what? Let's start with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match because it's going to lead to the title match at the end of the night. So, the following individuals will be part of the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. It is Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Daniel Bryan.
No Seth Rollins, but I have a feeling he might get added tomorrow. I don't know why. I feel like that might be something.
Anything's possible, my friend.
Yeah. See, it's tough. We're doing the show on Thursday, and with SmackDown tomorrow night, they could fucking change everything. Which there's nothing set in stone. You know what? I'm going outside the box. Cesaro. Let's go with Cesaro winning the Elimination Chamber and then losing to Roman Reigns because Seth Rollins attacks him. Fuck, I just wrote that. Yes! Cesaro wins the Elimination Chamber and then he loses to Roman. Book it.
I actually like that a lot. That's a great call. So I'll give you the odds while we're here. Kevin Owens is currently the favorite at -125. Cesaro is next, actually, at +150, followed by Daniel Bryan at +450. And then we get into Jey Uso +1,000, Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn both +5,000. So spend your money wisely. You know what? I agree with you. I'm going to go with Cesaro. I was originally just going to go with Kevin Owens, but he's already lost to Reigns like 3 times. I can't get behind. I like Kevin Owens. They've had good matches. I don't want to do it again. So I'm going to go with, I like that idea. I like Cesaro winning and then Seth Rollins perhaps costing him the title match against, I guess we just picked the main event too. So we're both going to pick Roman Reigns to retain the SmackDown Universal Championship at the end of the show.
Sure. Yeah, honestly, I had no idea who was even in that match until you said it. And then I remember I watched SmackDown for the first time last week in quite some time, and I saw Cesaro get attacked by Seth Rollins, and or that might have been Raw. I don't even fucking know. But I saw him get attacked, and yeah, it just came off the top of my head, man. That'll be cool. I hope Cesaro does something awesome in the chamber, like he always will do anywhere. So
he's awesome. Everything that he does is awesome. So
with Cyborg, Swiss Superman, the greatest man walking this earth.
Next, let's go to the triple threat match for the U.S. Championship. So it is Bobby Lashley, the champion, defending against Keith Lee and Riddle.
Yeah, dude, I don't fucking know. Your face says it all. They really should have just went with the Riddler, right? Make him look pretty cool.
I mean, at least that would have been cool to say.
Yeah, Riddle. His name is not Matt Riddle anymore. It's just Riddle.
It is just Riddle. Yes. No Matt.
Well, Riddle be this. Fucking, why is he in the match? I can't wait till he teams up with MSK and they like Team 420 or some stupid shit like that. I like Bobby Lashley a lot lately, and him and Keith Lee will probably beat the shit out of each other, and the title doesn't mean anything, and they don't like Keith Lee, and I don't care for Riddle, but I do like Bobby Lashley, so I think Riddle's gonna win.
So I'm gonna go. What I think, in short, what I think will happen is I think Riddle here is here to take the loss. Bobby Lashley retains, and then hopefully they build a singles match between Lashley and Keith Lee, maybe at WrestleMania for the U.S. title, where Keith Lee will eventually win. So I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. In terms of your betting odds, Bobby Lashley -175, Keith Lee +165, and Riddle +400. So
there's my money maker. There's the Enforcer's lock of the night, baby. Riddle +400, $100 to make yourself $400 and your money back. Do it.
It's unfortunate. So I don't know that we're going to get a women's title match for Raw. It is not on the betting website. I know Lacey Evans is pregnant, so I don't want to assume anything.
Pregnant women can't wrestle?
I don't know. But here's what I'll say to this. If they do have a match, or if there was going to be a match, my assumption was that my assumption was that Lacey Evans would win the title, and then they would do Charlotte and Lacey for the title at WrestleMania because they've been building that feud for a little while. That's what I was thinking. But I don't know. Again, it's listed here on Wikipedia. and I don't know if they still have the match or not based off of Lacey Evans's pregnancy situation. But if they do, and she can still wrestle, or if they were going to, I would have said Lacey Evans wins. But I don't. It does not seem like they're going to have this match just based off of what's happening. What's happening?
Can't wrestle with a baby. That seems kind of. I mean, everybody's kind of looking for an excuse these days, right?
Listen, man, I don't know the rules. You know what I mean? People are running around here with sticking Q-tips up their noses for COVID. I can't really.
I did it myself, man. Both nostrils.
I gotta wear 2 masks now. Now, are the 2 masks on both on the front of my face, or do I wear like one on the back, like over my ears? Like, am I just doubling up on masks?
I bought a beekeeper's outfit.
Okay, all right.
I felt like that way, because that way I could just pee in what I'm wearing too. Like, it really encompasses everything. Yeah.
I'm going hazmat suit. That's really where I'm at this point. I'm
Fuck
just
it.
biohazard, just right straight. I don't even care. I'm just walking in and out of places.
Like Outbreak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Outbreak, and the monkey scratched the fucking person, and fucking unbelievable. What a good movie.
Oh my goodness. All right, so finally we have the Raw Men's Elimination Chamber match. So in this match, the WWE title is being defended. So Drew McIntyre is defending the WWE title. He is defending it against Jeff Hardy, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and Sheamus. So those are the 6 competitors, if you add Drew McIntyre, that are in this match. The title is on the line. Tell me what's going to happen, Mike. Oh, you want me to give you the betting odds before you make the selection? Why not? Since I got it right
sure.
here. Drew McIntyre is the favorite at -200. Sheamus is second at +250. AJ Styles +600. Randall Keith Orton at +700. Kofi Kingston at +4,000. And Jeffro Hardy at +5,000.
Dude, I feel like I'm watching Raw from 2011. Aside from AJ Styles, like, this is what you and I were talking about a while ago. It's like
We just need MVP and Carlito in here, and they're actually both still recently appeared on Raw. So.
Yeah, and I texted BK about this, and I was like, I can't wait till they bring back Chris Masters. And sure enough, Carlito's like, I'd love to see Chris Masters back. I'm like, the whole fucking crew, man, bring him back in.
Masterpiece.
I don't know, man. I have zero. I'd hate to be this guy, but I could not begin to care any less about this match. You know what I'm really surprised about, and this is going to sound overtly sexist. I'm surprised there's not a women's elimination chamber on the show too, right?
I was thinking the same thing. I don't think that's sexist at all. I was expecting that they would have one, and maybe they'll add one and on Friday or something,
will.
Or tell us about it later. Yeah.
That's a really strong way to build up a card. Is throw a women's elimination chamber on there 48 hours beforehand. But it WWE loves to propagandize all that stuff. Like, oh, the guys are doing it, the women have to do it too. We talked about it with the Dusty Cup, whatever, the Dusty Rhodes Classic, whatever it's called. So I'm surprised they have to add some women's match on the show. But if you're going to do women's elimination chamber, I think you have people like Rhea Ripley now. It would be better for the match. But this match, man, I don't know. I hope Drew still wins. I assume we'll see fucking Alexa Bliss conjure up a demon and shoot it at Randy. She's sitting in the middle of a fucking pentagram like I'm watching the Blair Witch Project. So I'm all for that stuff. That's cool. Randy's not going to win. Bray's probably going to appear. AJ, I would like to see win, only because I always want AJ Styles to win every match he's in, but I think they're going to keep it on Drew. So Drew wins.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think I was toying with the idea of a Sheamus victory and then Drew challenging Sheamus at WrestleMania.
It's a shame.
But I don't.
Lobster ham.
2 things is one, I don't know who Drew McIntyre's opponent is going to be at WrestleMania. It seems like Edge is going to be challenging Roman Reigns, but Sheamus did pin Drew on
And Christian
Raw.
too. Sorry, Edge and Christian too. Right back 2011, bro.
Yeah. Sheamus did pin Drew McIntyre this past Monday on Raw. So to me, I think Drew will retain, and then maybe we'll get some hint either at the end of the show or on Monday's Raw of who his WrestleMania opponent is going to be. Even though there is Fastlane, I believe, still to go before WrestleMania takes place. So we do have one more wrestling WWE main roster pay-per-view special event.
Yeah.
Public
Just what
service
we need.
announcement.
This is what we need. One more.
Tax evasion. I don't know, man. It's tax season, isn't it? I have no idea what's going on.
Filed my tax 3 weeks ago. Federal government told me to shove it up my own ass, but that's fine.
Yeah, I need Jerry McDevitt. Isn't that the guy? That guy that Vince's lawyer or something like that? Maybe he can
Jerry
do my taxes.
McDevitt. Unfortunately, that dude. Never mind. I don't want to get into the young boy scandal. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the show. I'll be completely honest with you. There's nothing on here that's even remotely. I mean, I don't want to say not even remotely appealing. I'm sure all these guys are going to work absolutely 100% balls to the wall hard. It's not an easy match to pull off. It's not easy to pull off 2 in one night. It's just like you're comparing apples to apples then, and I don't think you have enough variety in the show. But I'll watch it because it's free on the network. But like, for example, like if at the same time, like an episode, like the episode of Roseanne was on where Dan died, I might flip over to the episode of Roseanne. And I don't even like Roseanne, but that episode used to catch me. Or like All in the Family, if that was on, I'd probably watch that instead. Even Frasier, I've been giving a shot lately. I might watch Frasier. There are not very many things pulling me to this pay-per-view, unfortunately.
Well, if I wasn't already depressed, I am now. So,
listen, it's not the guy's fault. It's just there's no compelling storylines going into this. It's weekly TV for the sake of weekly TV. Compared to what you got on NXT last week, it's so hard to be invested in this because it's the same fucking company, right? Like you see what they're able to do in NXT in this long-term storytelling, and you're like, oh yeah, fucking bring back Sheamus. Like Sheamus, he'll be good in there. It's just, I don't know. But I'm gonna watch the show. I'm not gonna bitch about it. I just did.
Too late.
No, I'm not bitching about. I'm just hoping for a good show.
Yeah, we all are. I agree. I mean, listen, like you said, the matches I think on paper, in ring could be good. Hopefully, they make the right booking decisions and don't do anything stupid. But they rarely have shows that are really well executed with not including any poor booking decisions. So, yeah, man, we'll look forward to it on Sunday. We'll see if any of these bets pay off for us and anybody else who's out there betting or just picking on these shows. And there's a lot of Wrestle Rumble is out there.
Bet on Matt Riddle. Can you hear him right to the microphone? I don't know if you could hear that.
I don't know who's Matt Riddle. I don't know anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bet on Riddle.
Riddle. Okay, yeah, Riddle. Now I understand. Okay, all right, man. Well, Riddle. I guess you want to take us out.
Actually, Chance wants to take us out, but people don't appreciate him. So you know what? Fuck it. No. You didn't appreciate these guys for years, which kind of haven't seen for a long. At All Night Long WP everywhere you social media, Facebook.com/All Night Long WP. Follow us on YouTube, YouTube.com. Search Wrestling Headlines. They are our parent company, I think is the best way to refer to them. And that's where you can find all of our episodes on there. Give it a like, give it a retweet, whatever you do. Support local business. At Home Sweet Home Cookie Company. I'm just fucking throwing things out there right now. And Born Scum Clothing Company. Use the promo code All Night Long. Get 10% off. Do I have it? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm wearing that one today. Born Scum Clothing Company. Positive but pissed, especially in the society we're living in today. Check out the shirts over at Born Scum Clothing Company. There, man, if they don't speak to you and I to a T, huh, Joe? That's just who we are now. It's the kind of people we become. Nail on the head. At All Night Long WP, we're the All Night Long Wrestling Podcast, and we're tapping out.
Best friends.